Hi, I'd like to welcome you to our email campaign webinar. Thank you for coming in today. I am your host, Steve Foley. We've probably crossed paths through a chat session or a ticket or a Zoom meeting. Happy to be here. Just wanted to go over a few housekeeping items. I'm going to record and send the video. We're also going to post this to our website. Because you're all muted, use the Zoom chat to answer any questions you may have. Don't forget to check out our website to see of any upcoming webinars that might be of interest to you. So on to our agenda. Today we're going to take a quick overview of what email campaigning is all about. Then we're going to get under the hood and talk about how you can manage your campaigns. I have a few best practices to go over. And then at the end, I'll go over any questions that come in. So without further ado, let's head over to the administration of Member 365 and log in using our email and password that has been assigned to us. That'll take you into our standard dashboard where you're able to get access to email campaigns by clicking on email campaign in the top header. So let's go there now. When you select email campaigns, you're taken to the route where you're able to manage all of the campaigns that might be in draft mode. That's what we're seeing here with this list. These are all campaigns I've started to create but have not sent yet. I'm also able to click on Reports and Analytics here over on the left-hand side to come in to take a look to see if people are opening any email campaigns I'm sending, if I'm getting any click-throughs, any unsubscribes. I'm also able to go into list management. This is where I'm able to create audiences that I want to send email campaigns to. So with Member 365, you do not have to be always blasting the entire database. You can be very selective in terms of what the audience looks like and who you're blasting to. And we have another webinar that you can check out in our archive that covers list management and list building. It is an area that I'm not going to go into deep here today, as we've covered it on a different webinar session. Over here on the left, you're also able to design sign-up forms. So these are different subscriptions or digests that members are able to choose to get on or off. Really important to offer some choice so that members do not unsubscribe from everything. Continuing along our left-hand side, we can get into our templates. This is where if you have a special look and feel that you want to maintain, that you want to create in Member 365, this is the place where you're able to set that template up so that you can choose it when you go to send your next campaign. And then finally, there's a couple of settings that are available to you. The first is the subscribe message. This is shown in various places of Member 365 when a user goes through, for example, purchasing a membership or renewing their membership. We ask them this question if they'd like to receive email communication from you. So you're able to customize the message that's displayed to them. And then you can also customize the unsubscribe message that we tack on to any email campaign that is sent. Now, by law, you do need to have the unsubscribe link. That does allow members to choose to get off your email list or to choose from those sign-up forms or those subscriptions what types of communications they want to offer. Should you remove this unsubscribe link, the Member 365 software will add it back in automatically because you do need to offer that to everyone when they do look to unsubscribe. So let's get under the hood a bit here and go into campaigns by choosing campaigns over here on the top. And let's assume we're wanting to send a message out to our active membership. So to initiate the process, you come to this page and locate this green button that allows you to start designing your email campaign and your email message. Here we're going to name it. Call it the Outreach to Members 2021. We're going to provide a subject line. The from and the from address are simply based on me being logged in as this person. If you need to overwrite it, you can. If you need it to come from your organization, you certainly can change that. Continuing along, you'll notice that you're able to pick from templates that we've provided to you. If you end up designing your own template, it will become something that you can select from as well. I'm going to choose Marketing 8. And what this loads is what you see is what you get style editor or a WYSIWYG. And what the editor allows you to do is essentially edit your content in line, in context of the look and feel of your newsletter. So to change text, you just simply click on it and type over the text with whatever you would like to say. So you're able to do this anywhere you see text. Now, you might be thinking, hey, we need to add in more text than what this template allows. So you can do that by exploring your choices over here on the left. We could come in and add a brand new row, and then that row gets represented by this blue strip. And then what we need to do is go back to our content over here on the right and choose a text block and drag it in. And now I'm able to come in and write more content. Now, if you wanted to get into things like changing the image, this laptop, you simply double-click on it, and over here on the right, you'll notice now I'm able to click this blue Change Image button, and what this will do is produce a list of images that I've previously uploaded into the database, which I can now choose from. You can also upload your own image by finding this blue button up here, and if you don't have an image, then you can search a Creative Commons database to find an image that makes sense for this newsletter. I'll go search for a picture of a cat, and we'll import this in. So this is a royalty-free stock photo that you're now able to use and embed into your newsletter. So a few other things I'd like to show you on this editor over here on the right-hand side. Let's say this was a call to register for an event. Well, you might decide to drag a button from the right in, relabel the button, and then, of course, provide a link if you draw your attention to the right, that when the user clicks on that, it would load the web page that you're directing them to. It might be an event registration page you've created in Member 365. You might plot a button to ask somebody to respond to a survey, so it might be the link to participate in the survey. Your call to action might be to log into the member portal, so you would code a link to point at the member portal. Now, on this button, you can also do things like change your color, change the color of the text, align the button to be left, center, right, pad the height of the button. So there's a bunch of controls in here that allow you to adjust and kind of make this look the way you would like it to look. So there's a little bit of a learning curve with this, but it's a matter of just coming in and playing and just dragging things down to see kind of what does it do, and it allows you to get pretty robust with the design and layout of your newsletter. A couple things you'll want to take advantage of. First, there's a preview up here in the top, and this allows you to take a look at your newsletter, both in terms of a desktop view, as well as you'll notice there's a way to click on mobile to see what it would look like. So we do have a mobile responsive design to emails that you do send out through Member 365. You can also send a test of the email by clicking the Send Test button up here and being in the emails of people that you want to receive. If you've changed this template to the point where it represents a brand new template and you'd like to continue using it as a template going forward, then you can commit this as a template to the library, which then allows you to choose that for your next newsletter. We'll hit the Save and Continue button. And then from here, what you'll be asked to do is choose who are we sending this communication to. And this is where you would have built a list. You would have that audience defined, which is, once again, a webinar that we've previously hosted. You can find that in our archive, our webinar archive on our website. So the idea is, if this is going out to all active members, you likely have a list. Here's one for active gold members. Here's all of your active chairs. Here's all your active members who are tagged as VIPs. So there's a few different lists being returned based on searching the word active. So what we're going to do is, choose active members, all categories. What that will do is confirm how many people that the newsletter is about to be sent out to, and to confirm when you would like this newsletter to be sent. So you can either choose to have it sent immediately or choose another date and time. After you've sent the email for delivery, it gets queued up, starts getting delivered out. It's natural to wonder, are people opening the newsletter that I just sent? So what you'll want to do is to click on the top again, Email Campaigns. And then in this case, you're going to want to go over to the reports. Here you'll be able to find all of the past email campaigns that have been sent and delivered. I'm going to choose the Social Boat Cruise. And here we can see that this was sent to 14 recipients. There were 14 unique opens, 7 clicks on links that were included in the email, and nobody unsubscribed. As we scroll down, we do get a line chart showing you when the emails were opened. Everybody opened it on the same day, so there's not much data to plot here. You can also tab over to the clicks to see, of the links that you've included, what are those links and how many times were they clicked on. Finally, you're able to scroll down to see the list of people that the campaign was sent to and their respective open rates, click rates. And of course, you can always click through to take a look at a member. Oh, I chose a member that's soft deleted. Let me just head back. I will choose Michael Jordan instead. And you're able to pull open the contact record. And if you're ever wondering, well, what other email marketing messages have we sent to this member, you can come in here into the communication and file log and see that this member was sent a 2020 volunteer drive message, a Social Boat Cruise invite, and was also sent that volunteer drive again. So likely through my demos and tests is why he's received that 2 times in a row. So you're always able to return back to a member profile to see the emails that they've received. So that's how you create and send an email. That's how you see the report and analytics that come through an email. I'm going to spend one last moment on sign-up forms and explain the importance of creating sign-up forms. What a sign-up form allows you to do is offer choice to members so that when they click the unsubscribe link after you send them an email, it provides them an opportunity to choose the types of communications that they'd like to receive from you. If you do not have any sign-up forms created, what it means is that when the member clicks that unsubscribe link, the only thing they can do is remove all of their email consent, which you don't want to happen. So to mitigate that, we recommend that you set up at least 3 sign-up forms so that there's some choice made available to me when I click the unsubscribe link. That way I'll pick and choose the types of communications that I want to receive from you. All right. Heading back in, I'd like to go over a few best practices before the webinar is wrapped up. The first one is If you manually add a contact in the back office, please make sure you add their email consent setting. To add email consent, what you need to do is pull open their contact record, which you would be directed to after you create it the first time. Simply scroll down and find this area that I've highlighted and make sure that you apply either expressed or implied consent so that in Member 365 you've recorded permission that you're allowed to email this contact. If you do not do this, what that means is when you go to send them an email through email campaigns, they won't get it because you have no permission or no consent to email them. So this is a really important step and only necessary when you manually create a contact record. If a member goes through and applies or renews membership, these settings are handled for you automatically. So once again, only when you manually set up a contact record. My next best practice is to start getting targeted with your email campaign. So I highly recommend you check out the webinar on list building to learn how you can create very targeted audiences. Instead of blasting everyone with your messages, choose who should get the message and use our list builder to create that targeted audience. The classic example is you're running an event. Registration is running fairly smooth, but you need to fill up, the last 20 seats. The last thing you want to do is send an email out to members who've already registered for the event. So using our list builder, you're able to find people who haven't registered into the event so that you're only communicating with them, asking them to register so that you can fill up those last 20 seats. My next best practice, which I went over, offer those sign-up forms, those subscription lists. I recommend that you have at least 3 of them. If you can think of 5, even better. The more choice, the more likely the member will see a type of communication that they're interested in, and that means they're not going to remove all of their consent, and then that would prohibit you from being able to email them with your updates. Finally, I recommend, if you have not done this, to contact your IT support and get help on adding a TXT record to your DNS settings. Now, I know this is a little technical, so what I've done is I've provided a link to our knowledge base article that you would be able to share with your IT team. Essentially, the person who registers your website URL, they would be able to access the settings which require them to add a TXT record. What this does is it helps ensure your email is delivered. It gets through spam filters. It gets through filters that might block it should you not add this TXT record. It's a way for you to authenticate email sent through Member 365 coming from your email address being sent out to members, even though you haven't actually composed that email in your native email browser, such as Microsoft Outlook, or if you're using Gmail for that. So this is a really important step that you can take. If you do have any questions about this particular one, please let us know, because we are happy to help you figure out how to get this completed. So in closing, I wanted to let everyone know that we are here to help. You can get access to our online chat. That's located down in the bottom right-hand corner. You can always search our knowledge base. You can submit a ticket. And for those who have the concierge service, you're able to book those Zoom meetings with us so that you can get some hands-on help and control of Member 365. I'd like to thank everybody for coming in today and watching the email campaign webinar. I hope it's been productive and you're able to take at least one thing away. I look forward to the next webinar that we have together. Bye for now.